Hey guys, I'm Rodin. Welcome to WaterBaby Tarot presented by Bomispirit. I hope you guys are doing really good. Today I am doing the daily astrology and tarot reading for the collective for June 28th, 2021. So let's just dive right into it. If you're not interested in the astrology portion, just go ahead and to the timestamp for the reading. Or if you're into the astrology portion, hey, we're just going to dive right in. So yeah, let's do it. Keep in mind when I'm looking at these aspects, you know, when you're looking at any aspect or when you're trying to like read the chart for a day or for an event, you have to look at it at a very specific time, like literally a moment in time. So don't get hung up on when these aspects are happening for you in your time zone. I have the time zones listed here. We feel energy before it comes in, when it's here, and when it's leaving. So all of you will experience this energy at some point in time. So don't get hung up on exactly when this will be happening for you, okay? So those of you who've been with me for a while, you guys know that I also talk about long-term aspects. And by long-term aspects, I mean aspects that are going to be with us for like 3 months up to a year or longer, right? Like, because like a lot of these planets are generational, you know, Uranus, Pluto, etc. So there are two. I slept really deep, so I still have sleepy voice, even though I've been up for a while. I feel really good. My energy feels really good. I just had a super deep sleep, so my voice is just in that like sleep mode. But I'm here and I'm awake and I'm alert and I feel awesome. Anyway, so there are two aspects that are with us for a very long period of time. We have Saturn square Uranus, and we have Neptune sextile Pluto. Both of these aspects here for, I believe, about a year actually. With Saturn square Uranus, we've been experiencing that energy since the beginning of 2021. We're in this really interesting time period of it though, because this aspect, due to Saturn and Uranus retrograding at different times, they both become exact at about 3 different times this year. We've already experienced 2 of them. The most recent was June 14th, when Saturn was square Uranus, and then the next one will be December 24th. This aspect has created, and by the way, every Sunday, when I say Sunday, I record the Monday readings for the Monday videos on Sunday, and I try to post them on Sunday. And those are the days that I'm going to go over the long-term aspects in detail for those of you just tuning in kind of late, okay? Because I don't even do that every day. It's a little repetitive. Anyway, Saturn being square Uranus creates a lot of pressure and a lot of stress and a lot of feelings of restriction when it comes to our personal freedom, when it comes to our level of independence, our personal power. We tend to see issues arise or stress arise between like people pushing their agendas and people pushing their truth and that sort of thing, or changes that are happening in our external environment or even within our relationships that really start to test our boundaries and force us to kind of reevaluate our boundaries and what really is fair for the whole group versus the independent self, right? I think that's a really good quick way of summarizing that. Like I said, we already hit a peak of this energy around the 14th, so like your life might have been a little cray-cray, especially at that time Mercury was retrograding in Gemini, also kind of making it more cray-cray. But we're in this really nice like lull. We're in this, I've been calling it like a breath. We're in this really nice breath right now for summer, and I feel like September, October-ish, we're gonna start to feel that pressure, that intensity, that like that sort of energy again, that struggle towards the beginning of fall, end of summer. But right now, we're breathing, we're feeling good, and we're also doing a lot of things this summer, which is really nice. Thank you, Leo energy. And also the creative aspect of Pisces and Aqua is at play with that, leading up to Lionsgate, which is great. So then we have Neptune sextile Pluto. Neptune sextile Pluto is also really great because that's an aspect that can help us with resolution. That's an aspect that can help us problem solve and be very creative in how we do so and very practical in how we do so. Pluto in Capricorn has been dismantling patriarchal old paradigm energies for a while now. You guys already know this. Most likely you guys already know that. If you don't, then here you go. Here's some information. So as things are being dismantled and brought to the surface for clarity and truth, but also to just be done away with so we can move forward into like a new paradigm or a new way of doing things, a new way of seeing things, as far as our institutional structure is concerned when it comes to all of us together and even independently, like our jobs and legacy and what we want to do with our lives, how we think we're supposed to be handling our life, right? So as that shit's breaking down, Neptune in Pisces can really help us to elevate our consciousness, A lot of us have been going through some ascensions or upgrades. We're also seeing that in the collective consciousness as well. Even just people becoming aware of the collective consciousness. It's also funny that, like, I know it's like a little bit of a random tangent, but I think it's very funny how like UFOs have been way more in mainstream media lately. Anyway, just had to say it. With Neptune and Pisces working in this aspect, this is also allowing for optimism to come in, hope to come in, for hope to come in, optimism to come in, and allowing us to also be creative. Pisces and Neptune are both very creative energies. In order to put new things into place. There's also so when I talk about astrology, my guides also give me information. They also talk to me and tell me more to tell you guys. They're telling me forgiveness is really big too with this aspect, and that I haven't been talking about that. And there might be saying it because it might come up in the reading today as well. But that forgiveness is super, super big this year and has been in the last couple years, but they're telling me forgiveness is really key here as well. Whether you need to forgive other people or, governments or yourself for anything. Those are long-term aspects. So let's move into more of these short-term aspects. We have Mars opposing Saturn. Mars is in Leo at 10 degrees. Saturn is in Aquarius, 12 degrees, retrograding. So before I get into this, actually, I just want to say, Venus is now also in Leo. And yes, Venus and Mars are conjunct at this time, but they're so far away from each other when it comes to the degree points that we're still not really feeling that energy. It's going to get more intensified with Mars and Venus working together. We're going to start to feel that more in the middle of the week, end of the week. And when we get there, it's going to be a fun talk. It's going to be a fun discussion. A part of me really wants to do readings for that aspect. I just don't know if I'm going to have the energy or the time, unfortunately. My life is very different. My life has a lot going on. So if I get to it, I get to it. If I don't, I don't. But it is a really interesting aspect. But we'll talk about it when the time comes. So anyway, Mars opposing Saturn. I talked about this in the weekend reading. So if you haven't seen weekend reading, go ahead and check that out. It was really interesting. That energy of like needing to live free and to not let anything repress you anymore, or to not repress your own desires, your own creative energy, your own sexual energy, your own passion, that fire, right? It's so important to not repress that shit right now, because a lot of us have this opportunity, this window of opportunity to be very creative and very innovative and bring new things to our lives, but also bring new things to our lives that really help other people, all this aqua energy that we're in long term this year, right? So it's really important to pay attention to that. Now with Mars opposing Saturn, it does create that push-pull of that push-pull of, I want to do this and this feels right, and I just feel like I have to like listen to this desire and this passion and I need to create. But then there's that push-pull of feeling repressed by that, or feeling repressed by things long term when it comes to wanting to be creative about something or wanting to follow your desires. So this is an opportunity to break long-term patterns of repressing your shit or repressing yourself, repressing what you want to do, right? Again, think fire, creative, passion, desire, that sort of thing. This also can create like challenging energy. It can create like angry energy. Because it is Saturn and Mars. Like Saturn and Mars, man, like those are two like crazy combos in any aspect. It can create violent, volatile energy. And so if you're feeling challenged by people in particular, you're gonna step up to them. You're gonna step to them. And they might step to you, and that's okay. It just is what it is. So this does have potential to create conflict, but it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. When it comes to astrology is like not like the end all be all. We all have free will. It's all up to us how we deal with these energies. It's not like the final nail in the coffin that you will have a fight today. Like it's not like that. It's how you personally use the energy and flow with it, okay? Free will, guys. Free will. This aspect also creates this push-pull between like selflessness and selfishness. So again, if you're seeing someone as like super selfish, you might challenge that, right? Or if you see someone like not really owning their power, it might trigger you, or you might feel the need to say something. There's also about the self as well. This is a time for you guys to really find the balance between being selfish and selfless, right? Like letting yourself explore your desires and passion and all of that and kind of putting you first, but still taking other people into consideration, or if you're letting yourself go there, how what you're passionate about can also help other people. I feel like summer's going to be a big time where people really get like how to be of service to others and live a very fulfilling life. It's a really great window of opportunity for that. It's a window of opportunity because we all have the potential to come into that at any point in our lives. But the energies right now, like for summer, especially like July, really, really cool window of opportunity for all of us to really fulfill our own desires and learn how that can help other people, and we can all be happy and living fulfilling lives. The potential is there. I'm just saying, it's there. So one aspect I didn't talk about that is starting to become strong on the 28th. It's only going to get stronger too as the days go on, especially, but what's today? Monday. So especially by the time we hit like Wednesday, with Mars 10 degrees Leo being square Uranus in Taurus at 13 degrees. This aspect is only like supporting and pushing and putting more pressure and intensity on the aspect I just talked about. It's going to be aiding that Mars opposing Saturn. Why? Because Saturn is square Uranus and has been this whole year. That's why, right? So again, if you're not really dealing with these issues of feeling repressed, if you're not really letting yourself live free, Uranus might kick your butt a little bit. Uranus is the awakener. Uranus is the shaker. Uranus is the rebel. Uranus is like, oh, I'm gonna shake the mess out of this. I'm gonna shake the crap out of this. That's Uranus. So, well, Uranus is still creating all these changes and like really bringing in this energy of the unexpected, really bringing this energy of the uncertain, and things are rocky and things are shaky and things are not like set in stone. It's really just going to keep putting pressure on, if things are not set in stone for you or for anyone in general right now, what's the harm in taking the risk? What's the harm in just going for what it is you want to do? Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. You might even find that you're going to be experiencing towers this week, or maybe like just unexpected things, like unexpected meetings of people, or unexpected changes in your money, or unexpected changes in your household, whatever your personal sense of security lies, like what you feel most comfortable in, or have had be the most stable in your life recently. You might see some shifts there, and that's okay. It's just to get you to see how you are not really like owning your desires and following what really is passionate for you. It can really make you happy and fulfilled. And again, this is also coming down to creative energy, like first and foremost, creative, wild energy. It's okay. I don't know why they're also telling me this, but they're telling me it's also okay to be untamed. It's okay to not be groomed. It's okay to not be to just not be a certain way. Like it's okay to be thank you. It's okay to be unpredictable. It's okay for life to be unpredictable. Life kind of pretty much is unpredictable for the most part, as we all know, right? But that energy is okay. It's okay to be in that. It doesn't have to be threatening. It doesn't have to be threatening. It doesn't have to be a threat. It's part of what can make life really fun and interesting and exciting. Okay. Interesting. So there are going to be a lot of channelings today. So that's the astrology for the 28th. Let's go ahead and get into the readings. Hey guys, so welcome to the reading for the 28th. Sorry about the mess behind me. It's been an interesting 24 hours. I've been doing a lot of stuff around the house. Anyway, so it's funny that I said readings because normally I do one. We'll see if I do two. For the weekend, I ended up doing a reading for Lightworkers and healers, and who knows, maybe I will still continue to do that. I just go with the flow these days. I don't try to stick to like a rigid structured routine with my work, with my readings, or with anything anymore. I really just go with the flow. And I don't know why we need to talk about this. I just want to chat with you guys. Can we just like chat for a second? As if you're actually here talking to me. Well, your higher selves are. Anyway, very chatty this morning. Human design is like so interesting. I've been getting more into that. And it's funny because there were so many people who were like getting into it at the same time in my life. And they were all telling me that I was a projector. And I never really bothered to look at it myself personally. And then finally I did. And I was like, oh, I am not a projector. I'm a generator. That's fascinating. And so then I started to like look into it a little bit more. You know, there's all kinds of studies out now, right? Like gene keys and human design and all that stuff. And it was just like, oh, this is like making so much sense to me. It's like, especially for me, I'm like sacral generator. I don't know if that's probably what you say that. I haven't studied this in detail. too much detail. But yeah, it's like I really do have to go with the flow and go with my feeling and go with my intuition. Like I have to. That's just how I function. So anyway, that's how my work is. It might seem scattered to some people, but that's just how it is. So now let's go ahead and get into the first reading for the collective for the 28th. I'm actually feeling pulled to the Beautiful Creatures deck, which I didn't expect because I feel such like fire energy. And usually with this deck, I associate it with like water and air. And yes, I do see my tarot cards in elements. I do. I totally do. And it's very funny. And as you guys know, for anybody who is a reader, it's like your decks talk to you. It's like you have a relationship with your decks. Yeah, it's interesting this pulled me in, but let's go with it. Let's go with it. Any messages for the collective, please? Keep in mind these readings are general and they are timeless. Even though I'm doing this on the 28th, it doesn't have to apply to the day of the 28th. You guys have been with me for a while. You guys know how this works. And if you're new to tarot, tarot is just reading energy. Energy is constantly flowing, constantly fluctuating. It's never still, and it's never a straight line, and neither is time. All right, so you might be drawn to a reading that someone did 2 years ago, and it could apply to your life right now, and same with these. Any messages for the collective? Some of you are really, have gotten really good at keeping your heart open. I love it. That's what they're telling me. Really good job at keeping your hearts open. That's going to also help a lot with these energies and help you to kind of just flow with your creative energy too. Nice. All that Leo energy. It's interesting. I feel like they're just giving me like messages of praise for you. I don't know. That sounds so Leo, doesn't it? But that's honestly what I'm getting. Okay. A lot of you are also getting a lot more comfortable in not following other people, like not following what other people are doing. You know, there have been people who've talked about this before, and even just like in recent past, about how important it is to be your unique self. Because you're just you, there is no other you, right? And it's like you have your own talents, you have your own very unique energy, you have your own very unique life experience, and everybody has something to contribute. This has also been a big lesson for us the last couple of years. I feel, oh, sorry, I just got excited. They just gave me more information. Oh, let's just channel for a minute. So with North Node Gemini, South Node Sag, you know, this is a time period of changing our belief systems, expanding our knowledge base, expanding our perspectives, understanding that truth is not just black and white, that everyone has their own form of truth, and everyone has their own truth, right? And it doesn't mean that your truth is wrong. Everyone's truth is truth. It's truth. Kind of like redefining what truth actually is, or what that truth actually means. And then they brought me to Taurus and Scorpio, which is where the nodes will be going next, Taurus and Scorpio. And they gave me the word contribute. Taurus is an energy of personal security. It's an energy of structure. It's an energy of safety, actually, in terms of the material world. And Scorpio, also very fascinating, right? Because Scorpio is hidden knowledge, right? It's hidden knowledge. And Scorpio actually is an energy that really is about connection. It's about connection to what we don't know, what we don't see. It's connection to things that we see as taboo. It's connection through sex, which is also via other people. Scorpio, now that I'm like just really sitting in this and thinking about it, Scorpio really is the sign of unseen connections in all forms, right? While Taurus is the sign of connections in very visible, physical forms. So everything that we're doing right now is really just preparing us to own how we can contribute to all of these various versions of connections, unseen and seen, outside of ourselves. We have to own our authentic truth and self first. Gemini North Node to Taurus North Node. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's just keep going. Any messages for the collective, please? Any messages for the collective? I have no idea why this just came up. I just heard ignoring the news. I don't know if this is going to be a thing. Maybe it's going to be a thing. It's just what they said. Ignoring the news. I know a lot of you kind of, well, no, I'm not going to say a lot of you. I know there's groups of you that do ignore the news. I don't know if this is going to become a more prevalent thing, but they just really wanted me to mention that. So I mentioned it. Four of Pentacles. Okay. Interesting. I feel, so every time I see a frog to me is emotional purification. It's getting rid of shit that just doesn't need to be there anymore. Four of Pentacles is more about your physical reality. So maybe some guys are like cleansing and purging things you've been holding on to, emotionally or physically. I keep getting all this Taurus energy, which is very fascinating. Yeah, this just feels like a getting rid of and letting go of. And so from the continued energy of the weekend, if some of you guys are still facing your repressed stuff, whatever's been repressing you, how you've been repressing yourself, you're probably just cleaning house on that. I am hearing, will I have enough? That's interesting. So some of you guys are, as you're facing your repressed stuff and you're getting into your creative energy, there's this fear of, but do I actually have enough? So some of you might have a little bit of scarcity, old paradigm stuff still coming up to the surface, and that's okay. I feel like it's very minor though. I feel like it's almost just like a fleeting thought, or maybe a couple days of fleeting thoughts. Like you guys are almost like thinking through something. Yeah, I feel like some of you guys are on the verge of making some really cool moves or decisions, or really kind of making something very finite with something you want to pursue, like your own desires, your own creative energy, whatever it is. And as you're creating something into the physical, bringing it into the physical, there's just some thinking going on. There's a little bit of like, okay, before I do this, am I really safe to do this? So I'm getting a little bit of that. Any other messages for the collective, please? Any other messages for the collective? Wow, Seven of Cups. Yeah, you're getting very clear. I like that. I like that so much. You're getting very, very clear. The Four of Pentacles is just whatever you've been holding on to that's been causing this like emotional confliction, confusion, and like some of you, it's just the illusion of whatever's been getting in your way, right? If something's been repressing you or you've been repressing yourself, whatever that thing is, that's the root of it. It's just an illusion. It's just doesn't gotta be there. Doesn't have to be there. Yeah, really nice. Getting very, very clear. Some of you, it's really just like scripts and thought forms that have really been getting in your way. I almost don't even feel like I need to say this. There's a group of you, and for those of you who are watching, I do channel a lot for different groups of people, so hang in there. Could be something for you if you haven't heard anything yet. There's a group of you that have been holding on to other people's shit. Definitely that's for some of my healers, light workers. Hold on to other people's shit. Drop it. It wasn't yours to begin with. You already know, though. I feel like you already know. That's not going to be a surprise. Any other messages for the collective, please? Wow, that's it? A 2-card reading? Okay, maybe I do have to do 2 readings today. Overall, we have 6 of Swords in reverse. Ooh. 7 of Swords in reverse. Holy crap, guys. Swords, 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 swords. 5 of Swords. And Justice in reverse. Oh my god. 5 of Wands. Oh, wow. Yeah, that to me totally looks like Mars, Saturn, Leo, Aqua, energy. Yikes. So again, you're letting go. You're letting go for, again, this is for those of you who are still working with whatever's been repressing you, right? Whatever's been getting in your way, whatever illusion has been there, other people's baggage, your baggage, lies, thought forms, false scripts, whatever. false sense of identity. I've talked about that the last few readings too. All of that shit's just been getting in your way, and this is you just facing it. Honestly, this is you just facing it and just getting rid of it. With the Six of Swords in reverse, that's been the lack of peace that you've had, the lack of ability to kind of move in a certain direction that feels right for you, following your desires. And it's just being revealed to you why. It's just revealing to you why and what it is. With the Seven of Swords in reverse, again, what's just been hiding and lurking in the shadows, like the truth that needs to come out. With the Five of Swords here, Five of Swords can be ego battles. That feels like I'm getting other people with the Five of Swords. Honestly, I feel, ooh, this is interesting. I feel like people have been getting in your way. This feels like a big bucket of people who are actively in your way or actively discouraging you or distracting you from your own desires, or people who have done that in the past and put ideas in your head. Put ideas in your head or wounded you or triggered you into thinking for yourself that I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do that, I have to be a certain way, blah, 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 blah. All of that stuff, right? With the Five of Swords, Justice in reverse, and the Five of Wands, yeah, it's been really freaking unfair. And it's definitely caused a lot of inner conflict and a battle with yourself that I'm not going to say was unnecessary because it's part of your path here. But yeah, that Five of Swords, I'm getting other people. I am like full on getting other people who have been in your way, who have been discouraging, who have told you who you are, which is like, that's a weird channeling to get. But yeah, people have told you who you are, past and present. Past and present, and it's like accumulated into, for some of you, having these thoughts about yourself that just aren't true. They're just not true. You know what I mean? It's like we all have those, you know, friends who tell us who we are or have told us who we are, or some of us have parents who have told us who we are, and it's just not true. It's just not true. And you don't need to be conflicted by that anymore because you're just getting rid of the illusion. Getting rid of the crap that's just not true. Or the crap that's other people's truth. Again, this really ties into the lesson of this year of what is my truth, what is my sovereignty, and how do I hold on to that and step into that and maintain that without pushing my truth on other people or allowing other people to push their truth onto me, right? It ties into this big lesson here. But let's go ahead and clarify this a bit. I'm curious what the Seven of Cups in reverse, because we already know what that is. We already know. Get a little sip of water first. Yeah, you're getting other people's voices out of your head. It's really nice. It's really nice, actually. For Seven of Cups in reverse, I'm actually going to do the Honest Truth deck. Can I have Seven of Cups in reverse, please? Can I have Seven of Cups in reverse? We have Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Pentacles in reverse recently, as like just a channeling, I've been getting, it's like the focus is on something it shouldn't be, right? Like a lot of focus and effort on something in your external reality that it just, your focus just shouldn't be there. It's just a distraction, or it's just a shiny illusion, right? That's what I've been getting with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Tell me, Seven of Cups in reverse. Why not Seven of Cups in reverse? Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. Where you've been investing your time. You've just been investing your time and your focus in a direction that is not aligned with your highest truth, with the truth of your personal desires, who you are, your own creativity. It's all about you. It's always about you, right? Seven of Pentacles also indicates a reevaluation, which is definitely taking place here because you're getting clear. You're getting other people's voices out of your head and out of your heart is also what I want to say too. Including society. They also wanted me to say that, including society. Tell me about Seven of Cups in reverse. Wow. Yeah. See, Five of Pentacles. So there's that little bit of fear of like, ooh, but will I be okay? Will I be okay though? And like, will I have enough? Seven of Pentacles with the Five of Pentacles, there's a decision going on there. And like I said, I was feeling that, right? I was feeling that like, oh, you're about to make something finite, or you're on the verge of it, whether you're taking a certain direction or you're just solidifying this mindset of only my voice in my head, only my truth and my voice in my heart. Fuck everyone else's stories of what they've told me, right? Yeah, that's what I'm getting with that. Just a little bit of like, ooh, shit. Ooh, shit. Play out Seven of Cups in reverse. We have Strength in reverse. All right. All right. You're feeling it. You're just in it. You're just in it. You're just in this evaluation. You're just like taking a moment with that, like looking at this Five of Pentacles energy. You're just taking a moment to look at it. There's some fear there with the Strength in reverse and a little bit of that feeling of powerlessness. And you're not powerless by any means. You're just in that moment, and that's okay. It's part of living, right? Beautiful Page of Cups. So I was like, wait, it's like, come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Tell you about Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah, see? Oh, awesome. Page of Cups with the Three of Wands. That is beautiful. So after you have this little bit of moment of like cleansing voices out of other people's voices, other people's opinions, out of your head, out of your heart, and it's really just you left, especially those of you who've been carrying on other people's pain and other people's wounds. Yeah, really cleansing that shit out of your, I want to say your body more so than anything. And you're sitting in that moment of like, okay, I can move forward in an authentic way. I can make these decisions, whatever these decisions are that are correlating with that, about your physical reality, you know, job, money, home, that's your own health, your own body, that sort of thing, lifestyle choices. As you just kind of sit in that moment and have a little bit of that fear come up, then here comes that beautiful Page of Cups, Three of Wands energy. This is like allowing that new perspective to come in, allowing that new perspective to cement, so you can have a shift in your own emotional state when it comes to all this stuff and when it comes to yourself. Some of you might even have some conversations with some people if you need to. Three of Wands is an optimistic energy. Three of Wands is like, I can look forward now. I can look forward now. I can look forward now more authentic, cleansed of other people. Again, I keep getting, it's like, it's their voices and it's their pain, their shit that you guys have like absorbed and taken on, like really, really cleansing that, really getting rid of that. Because for a lot of you, it's just been getting in the way of you being you, or you living out your desires, or using your own creativity. It's been like slightly tainted by other people's shit. Could just be your parents, could be friends, could be expectations of other people. You're setting your own expectations for yourself, and that's awesome. Overall, for the Seven of Cups in reverse, we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. I do feel conversations happening, like after touching that, it's like, oh yeah, conversations, especially for those of you where it's like been a long-term like programming from someone else, right? Like other people's opinion, another person's opinion, another person's wounding that they've just projected onto you. I do feel conversations potential to be happening this week, not just Monday, but this week. So overall, we have Three of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of Wands in reverse. Oh, beautiful, with the Devil in reverse. Whatever's been holding you the fuck up. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This is awesome. Yeah, whatever's been holding you up, you're releasing it. You're releasing it, you're releasing it, you're releasing it, you're dropping that burden. With the Three of Pentacles in reverse, it just feels like there's been such a difficulty or hesitancy to just get started in investing in a certain desire or certain creative energy. It feels like very almost like specific or niche. It's not just all of your desires, right? It's like it's a specific one or specific ones. But either way, you're getting clear, getting other people out of your head and your heart. It's nice. It's very nice. Let's pull some advice. What do I want to do for advice? We'll do Goddess Power. I've been really liking this deck a lot. Let's get advice from the Goddess Power deck. Any advice for the collective as it pertains to this spread? Any advice for the collective as it pertains to this spread? Interesting. Okay, so, oh, nice, beautiful. So you guys got two. You got Gaia in reverse, and then you have, is it, oh, with the font, it's so hard for me to read the letters with the font. Austere? Austere? Lostere? I'll see it when I read the book. New beginnings. I love that. Yeah, talk about a new beginning, right? It's like you're just, again, cleansed of what people have projected onto you and into you that you've taken on as yours. Yeah. Bleh. Bleh, bleh, bleh. And again, you're making moves, and you're gonna have that little bit of that, like, fuck, is this the right decision? You're gonna have a little bit of that fear come up, but it feels so fleeting. It feels very fleeting. But let's go ahead and read these. Okay. So like I said, this did come out reversed, but I want you guys to see the imagery because it's just so beautiful. When you scatter your energy and allow fear to take root, you can become ungrounded or out of touch with your environment. You become disconnected from your true nature as a spiritual being having a human experience. The need now is to look at the cracks in the foundation of the life you've built. When even one aspect of your life is out of alignment, it affects everything else. Ground yourself with Gaia, the Earth Mother. She wants you to enjoy creating the world you live in. Creating. Your alignment task is to take a fearless inventory of where, how, and with whom you live your life. Is your energy draining from the choices you are making? Are you physically exhausted? Do you accept less than your value? Your efforts must now be to repair the foundation of your life and begin again. You'll be so thrilled with the results and wonder why you didn't do it sooner. The goddess Gaia is supporting your every move. Beautiful. Let's go into this next one. Oh, they kept the same font in the... Oh, I think it's austere, because it's E-O. E-O. I think it's austere. If I'm mispronouncing it, my apologies. Words are not my forte. Okay. Hope and new life are blossoming everywhere in your life right now, and this is something to celebrate. The Germanic goddess Austere sings to you and assures you that your intentions have lain dormant long enough. Your desires have lain dormant long enough. When she appears, bearing the fertile power behind the coming of the spring, you may feel a surge of energy to implement your new ideas. You feel strong and capable of accomplishing so much at this time as a sense of newness permeates your life. Fresh opportunities come out of nowhere and seemingly drop onto your lap. You feel a readiness as you are truly poised for success in whatever interests you. Allow for new experiences to be what they are by adopting a beginner's mind. Beginner's mind, for those of you who are not familiar, it's like just owning the fact that you're new to something, owning the fact that you're a novice and there's so much to learn, and to go into it with a lot of modesty and humility and like a serious open mind. You remain open to what life has to offer you, and you will be so glad you did. Enjoy this wonderful time of new beginnings and welcome the gifts the goddess Austere has in store just for you. That's awesome. I love that. So it's your advice. They said everything I was kind of already telling you. Am I going to do a second spread? They said yes, but quick. Yes, but quick. Okay. Thank you. I know what I'm going to do. All right. So this, I really feel strongly this is going to be more for like my healers, light workers. We'll see though. Because I mean, this could also apply to someone who's not, but we'll go there. Gaia Oracle is what they were guiding you to. So coming into the second spread. Any messages or insights, please? Okay. It was sticking to me. So we have 3 cards that came out. Eternal love, happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. Well, damn, doesn't that feel good? Eternal love is that flow state. It is having that openness. It is having that, like, that awareness of yourself, that love for yourself, the acceptance of yourself, and not being in fear. Wow. Eternal love, and then ocean of eternal love. Oh, and then we have achievements. Oh, oh, that feels good. Again, this can apply to more than just healers and light workers. But wow, I mean, it just feels like overwhelmingly positive, especially with the sun and the moon being here. I feel like there is a major alignment and a full acceptance of the self. And when I say alignment, some of you guys might be going through an ascension, or you might be at the tail end of an ascension. It's just a little ascension energy going on here. I just heard fully realized being, becoming a fully realized being. There's a lot of unity of masculine and feminine as well going on in this. Actually, even looking at the imagery with the sun and the moon, and then you have this lotus flower, this blossoming happening. Lotus flower, I actually am not familiar with as a symbol as far as like meanings are concerned. But this to me just feels like that feels like total, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? Spiritual awakening. Spiritual awakening. Spiritual awakening. They want me to say again, spiritual awakening. This feels beautiful. I'm going to read all three of these to you guys. Just see if I get anything else first. Yeah, I just feel this like major internal coming together of energy, and it feels very smoothly balanced and meshing. And yeah, I keep hearing fully realized, fully realized, fully realized. Yeah, and there's going to be a fully realized self. I'm also hearing there's going to be no stopping you. There's going to be no stopping you. They want me to say it one more time. There's going to be no stopping you. I like it. I'm also noticing 2 8s. We have 44 and 17. 44 is also a master number. We also have 6 over here. So if those numbers mean anything to you, 24, 44, 17, 6, 8, 8. Although you don't break down a master number, but neither here nor there. They also said I didn't mention this. And I feel like it's just all terms for the same thing, but we all have our own labels for things, right? Again, also a unity of your shadow and your light for those where you use those labels. God, this is awesome. I'm excited for whoever this is resonating for. Such a big sense of creative energy coming out of this as well. Again, no, there's going to be no stopping you. So that's why there's going to be no stopping you. Got it. No stopping you. All right, so let's read these. Something is resolved soon. A new page is turning as a concern you have dissolves and gives way to a period of sunshine. A time to relax and enjoy life, free of the worry and doubt that have cast a gray shadow over your life for the past few weeks. I heard years when I read weeks. I heard years. During the coming month or so, try to spend some time in nature. Allow yourself to reconnect with Gaia's nurturing and healing power. Immerse and surround yourself in her natural beauty, for she will help you restore your balance. Harmonize your energy centers and replenish your body, mind, and spirit. It may be difficult for you to switch off at first, but after a few days, as your thoughts slow down, you will settle into a new and more relaxed rhythm. Make the most of this opportunity while you can. There's gonna be no stopping you. They're not like stopping. They just keep saying it over and over and over. To get eternal love and then ocean of love, like it's crazy. It is said that love conquers all. This is especially true for you at the moment. Something is resolved. Again, something is resolved and healed through love. What was previously barren now becomes fertile. A seed is planted and you are the co-creator. The conditions are favorable. The timing is right. A new creation awaits you. The birth of something new brings joy and excitement. The forever changing seasons of eternity turn their invisible wheel and a new cycle begins. A new image is born. I think you're being born. The authentic you. A fully realized you is being born. Fine. That is exactly how I'm feeling it. Here we go. Achievement. You will soon achieve a goal you had set for yourself. Your hard work and persistence is about to pay off. Know that you deserve all the success that is coming your way. Quietly acknowledge this to yourself as you celebrate your achievements. Thank the earth and the universe for this blessing and the knowledge that all you do is co-creation with the higher powers that be. Then refocus your attention back to the task at hand. Do not lose sight of your original purpose and intention. This is only the beginning. Much more can be accomplished provided you keep focused on your dream. Remember what is truly important to you. It may be helpful to set a new goal. This could be bigger and more fulfilling than you ever imagined. There's going to be no stopping you. I'm going to leave it there. All right, guys. I love you. Kind of crazy read, but I got the chills all over. It felt really good. Yeah, and I hope you guys, got a lot out of this. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you guys very soon. By the way, for anybody who is watching this the day that I post, I am doing the live chat for the Bomispirit episode 7 that I did a little while ago. I'm doing a live chat there on my Patreon. It's under the Bomispirit Uncut tier, but all the other tiers have access to that tier. So yeah, just letting you guys know that that's like a thing. And I'm doing that on the 28th at 6 p.m. Pacific, and 6 p.m. Pacific, and 9 p.m. time zones, 9 p.m. East Coast time. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. Everything else you need for your convenience is linked down below: Dex, Patreon, Vimeo, all that stuff. And I'll see you guys soon. Namaste.